Hello everyone, welcome back to another video on Aspentech channel, and this video is related to the Cumene production. Obviously, I have uploaded its one part earlier, but due to some issues the second part of the video was corrupted. So now I am making a fresh video on the production of Cumene and simulation and production in Aspen Plus. So this is the overall schematic diagram which we will simulate today in Aspen Plus. Obviously this video is again divided into two parts. The first one will be without recycle and the second one will be with recycle, and again it will include some hydraulics and cost analysis as well. So let me zoom it up further. Initially, the feed stream, which is benzene in the system, is vaporized along with the propylene stream. For the moment, just ignore this green line. In the vaporizer, the feed mixture is vaporized, which contains benzene, propylene, and fraction or impurity of propane. This is then preheated further in a heat exchanger and in a heater block and is fed to the reactor. Product from the reactor or the outlet of the reactor contains high amount of heat. This react in is at 345 degrees centigrade while it is around 430 degrees centigrade. So it has a high heat, a high temperature, and its heat can be utilized. And how this heat has been utilized by a heat exchange with the feed stream. Then this product stream is further cooled down in this heat tube. First cooling down in this heat exchanger, then in this heat tube, which is a cooler block, and then separated using a flash separator. The flash tube, which is a liquid stream, is further pumped to the column number 1, the top of which is obtained pure benzene or maximum quantity of benzene, which is recycled to reduce the load of fresh benzene in the system, and the bottom product is sent to the second column, and in this column the cumene is obtained from the top of the column. The fraction or the remaining quantities of para diisopropyl benzene and fractions of benzene, propyl, and propane are obtained in the system. So this is how we have to simulate the overall system. This green line is the tier stream in the system. Initially, what we will do, we will assume a recycle stream with this mixer and a fresh stream, but we will not connect this with condense of the system. And in the next part of the video, we will do this recycling portion and then the hydraulic analysis of the columns and the costing part. Now, if we look at the reactions which are taking place in this system, that the benzene reacts with propylene to form cumene, and it's a vapor phase reaction and a desired reaction. While in a second reaction, which is an undesired reaction, propylene reacts with cumene, which is a product, to form para diisopropyl benzene. And the kinetics of the system are given here. So let's quickly go to the new simulation file, adding the components, adding the property package, and doing the simulation. So first we will add our required components like benzene, propane, propylene, isopropyl benzene, and C12H18-D2, which is the para diisopropyl benzene. So we can name it as benzene, we can name it as propane, propylene, IPB, which is isopropyl benzene, and PDISB, para-diisopropyl benzene. Clicking on next, selecting NRTL as property package, click on next, and estimating the remaining parameters using Unifac and click on run to get the required results available and the required binary interaction parameters. Now going to the simulation block, and as we have seen, first we will on grid and scale, we will minimize it, and we have to select the equipment in the following system.
So first of all, it is mixer, then a flash separator, then a heat exchanger, a heater, and then a reactor. Obviously, we have divided the system into two parts. The upper portion is the reaction zone, the lower portion is the separation zone. We will first do the connections quickly, like benzene here, and this one is the recycled benzene in the system, which are then fed to the vaporizer. The bottom product is obtained, the top product is obtained, and there is one additional feed in the system. Then this one needs to be preheated further, so it will be the cold inlet of this exchanger. We will in a short moment align this, then is further preheated, then fed to the reactor, and it is then connected to the cold inlet, and then it is a hot inlet. This is the overall connection of the reaction zone. I will quickly realign it to ensure that the flow sheet looks in a much better way.
So as you can see, all these are aligned. This is a mixer, then a vaporizer, heater, heat exchanger, heater, and reactor. So giving the feed conditions. So as you can see, the feed one, which is a pure benzene, it is at 25 degrees centigrade, 25 bar, 104.2 kmol per hour, and mole fraction of benzene as 1. Then the recycled benzene, 58 degrees centigrade, 25 bar, 101.55 kmol per hour, and mole fraction of benzene as 1. Then the feed 2, which is fed to the vaporizer, is at 25 degrees centigrade, 25 bar, 110 kmol per hour, and mole fraction of propane 0.05 and propylene 0.95. Now, as we know, the mixer has no degree of freedom, its degree of freedom is already 0. For vaporizer, we need to enter two inputs, so it is 210 degrees centigrade and 25 bar with no pressure drop in the system. Then for a heat exchanger, we have been given that the cold stream outlet temperature in the system is 335 degrees centigrade with a minimum temperature approach of 1.8 degree Fahrenheit. In the heater block, we have been given that it is 345 degrees centigrade and a pressure of 25 bar. And in the reactor, there are different conditions given to us. Like in the first case, it is the reactor with a constant thermal fluid temperature and its value is 0.065 kilowatt per square meter Kelvin with the thermal fluid temperature as 360 degrees centigrade. In the configuration, it's a multi-tubular reactor contains 340 tubes. Each tube length is 6.1 meter while the diameter is 0.0765 meters and the process stream which is a vapor in the system. In the reactions, click on this new and create a reaction which is a power law in the nature. So click OK and this reaction set is selected, but obviously we need to specify the conditions over here. And we have been given the catalyst information as well, that the catalyst information, the catalyst particle density is 1900 kg per cubic meter, while the bed void is zero point 0.5 in the system. So now after specifying these equipments, like we have specified the vaporizer, heat exchanger, heater, reactor, and all these conditions, because if you click on each of the equipment, required conditions are met, but we haven't specified the reactions in the system. So what we need to do, we need to scroll it down, go to these reactions. In the reaction set, click on new, and the first reaction states that benzene reacts with propylene to form isopropyl benzene, or which we can say it as cumene. -1 stoichiometric coefficient for the reactants, +1 the stoichiometric coefficient for the product. The exponent is 1 in the system, as I have shown you earlier, the reaction type and reactions as well. In kinetic data, it is a vapor stream and the vapor phase system, and the value of K is 2.810 raised to power 7. The value of activation energy is 104,174 kilojoule per kmol. But this is not a single reaction, although the run button is now active, because we have to specify the side reaction or the undesired reaction as well, that the propylene reacts with isopropyl benzene or the cumene to form para-diisopropyl benzene. So the coefficient again is 1 1. The exponent is 1 for the reactants, and scroll it down to get the second reaction, and we will now enter the kinetics here, which are K value as 2.32 multiplied by 10 raised to power 9. Activation energy is 146,742 kilojoule per kmol. So now we can simply click on this run button to get our desired results, and you can see the results are available. So we can simply say like the reactor streams results, and if we go here and we scroll down, or if we see the molar flow rates, then you can see in the reactor inlet the benzene quantity was around 206, while in the outlet it is nearly 111. Propane is unreacted and not included in the reaction. The propylene is reacted and cumene is produced, and para-diisopropyl benzene, which is the side product undesired or impurity, is produced in the system. So this is the reaction part. We have completed it, and now we will move to the second part, which is the separation zone. So I will quickly make it like what we need here is a heater block, which I have placed here. Then we need a separator system, to separate out the gas and liquid from the system. Then we need the pump in the system to increase the pressure of the liquid stream, and we will connect it a bit down here. Then we need two columns in the system, red flag column 1 and red flag column 2 in the system. So I will quickly do its connection over here. So now this is the overall representation, remaining unit or the separation zone. Now clicking on heat 2 and giving the conditions, 90 degrees centigrade is the outlet temperature and 1.75 bar is the outlet pressure. Then clicking on this flash 2 or flash separator, 90 degrees centigrade, 1.75 bar. Click on pump, and the conditions given for the pump are 1.78 bar outlet pressure. Then click on the C1, 15 number of stages. The condenser type is total. The reflux ratio given is 0.44. The bottoms rated 94.81. The stream type or the feed stream or the feed stage is 8 on stage, and the pressure of the condenser is 1.75 bar. While in case of C2, the total number of stages are 20, condenser type is total, reflux ratio is 0.62, bottoms rate is 1.952, the stream feed stream is at 11 stage, and here we have used the pressure profile because we can either use the pressure profile or the condenser type as we have seen earlier. So the pressure profile is the stage number 1 pressure is 1 bar and the stage number 20 pressure is 1 bar as well. So click on run and get the required results. And as you can see, results are now available. So we will clicking on this C2 to get the required stream results. And you can see C1 out 2 is the outlet of C1, but that is the inlet of C2, and it is 94.81. Cumene flow rate is 92.858, while the C2 out is 1.952. So clicking on this mole fraction, and you can see 99.67 mole percent cumene is obtained from the system, while the bottom product of this column contains the high purity para-diisopropyl benzene. So as you can see, we have got the separation, but we can further refine it. And how we can refine it? Obviously, we can apply design spec to further increase it to 99.9% cumene. So how we can do it? For this, we have to further see the trend in C1 here. Like here, C1 in is the inlet of this column, C1 out 1 top product, C1 out 2 is the bottom product. So what we need to check here, that in the out 2 there is a small quantity of benzene already present here. Majority quantity is cumene and the few quantity again is of para-diisopropyl benzene. So what we can do, we can further reduce this benzene in the system, which is currently 0.003. So how we can do it? We have to go to here design spec, specifications, design spec, click on new, and we can further reduce this mole purity to 0.0006 of benzene, the base component in the C1 out 2, because we do not want more benzene to go here because it will disturb the purity, and we want to achieve the more purity in the system. And clicking here bottoms rate, and we can further reduce it and clicking on new to get the required result. So as you can see, the required results have been obtained, and now the very few quantity of benzene will be going here. Like as you can see, it is now 0.056. So this has been improved in the system. Now on this system, we can also apply the design spec. So how we can do it? We can go to this design spec, click on this new, the mole purity of cumene. The bottom product, we will specify it as Cu, and this the bottom product, vary the bottoms rate from 1 to 10 kmol per hour, and click on next and run to get the required result. As you can see here, if you go here in the stream results, the molar flow rate, as you can see, out of 92.71, 92.6559 is of cumene, because as you can see, the benzene is going with the cumene stream. So earlier the benzene quantity was 0.3 kmol per hour, and now it is 0.056. So it has eventually increased the purity of cumene in the system. And on the other hand, as you can see, very low quantity of cumene is going in the outlet stream. So that's how the first part, which is the without recycle part, is simulated in the system. In the next part of this video, we will collect the C1 out with this recycled. Number one step. Number two, we will do the hydraulic analysis, and number three will be the cost analysis. So that's it from this lecture. Thank you so much. Please do watch, like, share the video, and subscribe to the channel. Click on the bell icon to get all updates related to this channel. Till then, it's goodbye. Stay tuned.